how are you factoring in, obviously the holidays, you're carving that out anyway. That's a
Yeah.
yearly occurrence. But for tax purposes, how are you using the journal to kind of leverage your taxes when that season comes around, which it is coming here pretty soon?
Yeah, well, a journal can be used in so many different ways. And that's how I envision creating this book, is that it could be put to use in a number of different ways for different people, for different categories or reasons. And that could be one of them is some charitable planning, for example, is if you're giving to charity and that sort of part of your annual thing, a lot of people tend to be more charitable, or a lot of times churches are behind on their revenue or their budget because people write big checks at Christmas time. And so that would be an area where you would see, okay, well, what have I done this year? If I was just doing it month by month, did I do something that's tax deductible? And you could kind of look at that at the end of the month. I've made this much in charitable donations. And you know what? If I do a little bit more, I'm going to go over the standard deduction and I'm actually going to be able to use that. And hey, maybe I should explore that. That's where I think, keeping track of those things can be helpful. The other thing, though, you mentioned Christmas spending. That's one of those things, is people just always seem to make it work. Oh, I spend this every month. And then Christmas comes and then, January, I always have a big bill. Well, how'd you make that work? I don't know. I made it work. Well, write it down, keep track of it. And then is that a little bit of extra money that you could be saving every month, get to the end of the month, and did you accomplish it? And maybe that is charity, maybe, for tax purposes. Maybe that is money that could go into your IRA and you could take a deduction for the contribution to your IRA. Or if you're self-employed, you've got some kind of, a SEP or a simple IRA, something like that. Those are ways where you can start to find, where a journal would help you identify things that you could do before the end of the year. If you liked our conversation today and you think setting goals and journaling your financial plan makes sense, go to goodfinancial.com and we'll get you started.